Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining my channel. I'm continuing my reading excerpt from yesterday. Um, what Kika is talking about her student loan debt and the burden it is on her. They all sat on the back porch of Gladys's home. It was enclosed and facing westward, and as the sunset prisms sparkled on the collage of glass and marble, golden-hued planters and foliage, the pink forsythia in the pink and golden yellow translucent base shimmered. Guess what? I'm getting my kitchen remodeled. The first seconds of blank silence permitted them to recollect themselves and show appropriate support. Gladys waited for the snarky remark since she was definitely no Martha Stewart. Except for that time I went to jail. She was still the subject of endless jabs about using refrigerators for clothing storage and keeping her sweaters and tops cool in the summer. Hey, you use your refrigerator for sweaters and books. Her explanation was a little lame, even to her own ears. I just put the books there and forgot them. And the sweater thing is that it was the hottest summer ever, and I was trying to stay cool, she explained to peals of laughter. The plan is to have all new floors, cabinets, and a skylight in the ceiling. She added that she was going considering an island in the center of the floor with hanging pots and pans racked. She had pictures of her breakfast nook and the state of the art appliances, with the focus on a 75-inch wall television. She used her kitchen as the hub of her home and found herself trying new recipes as well as a meeting place for her friends, whether New Year's Eve brunches or the impromptu coffee and espresso weekend meetings. She was the one who kept all her cabinets stocked and could boast a working kitchen. The contractor was also bringing out samples for her perusal and recommendation. The inspiration was the cooking shows she binged on. Isn't that always the case? The people that can't cook, like me, love the cooking shows. One of my earliest was The French Chef with Julia Child and the guy with the accent, the Louisiana chef. The rest of them thought that the rascable premier chef and owner of celebrated East and West Coast restaurants was a total fool. Girl, he'd call me a donkey one time, and that marinara sauce would be all over him. For real. But he is brilliant, and at this age she dreamt of culinary school and making use of all the dozens of cookbooks she collected over the years. It's my destiny to be on one of these cooking shows. Anyway, the work starts tomorrow, so they said it should be done in 2 or 3 weeks at the most. Even if they couldn't yet envision her dream, they fully voiced support for the idea and knew that if she set her course, she'd achieve it. Les had mentioned that things seemed to be changing and that her remarks were more vocal and pointed. At their annual Super Bowl gathering, a commercial from a Doritos brand featured a plus size model who wanted to know where were the snacks for women. The store proprietor was informed that chips and tortillas and such were too loud to be ladylike and genteel. They were all quietly taken aback at her hands on hip, talking back to the 77-inch screen with surround sound, HD, and picture within a picture, and all the other features. Now we gotta apologize for eating some expletive deleted chips? Who's your contractor? Les wanted to know. She told the group she had seen Facebook postings and she was going with the minority company. Oh, shoot, their faces all red in unison. Are you sure? Kika interjected. My aunt had some bathroom remodeling done and it took months. The guy got the money and they still didn't complete the work. Cash money. What happened? Les asked and then answered her own question. She had to pay someone to do it right and finish the work right. They all shook their heads because each knew the dealings with owners that yielded inferior work far more often than it should. Les stated, "My dad has had the same mechanic for years, but he seemed to be the exception." Les knew that her father's loyalty to his trusted car was almost on the same level as the love he had for his wife and child. "Child, he won't let anyone else touch that car," his wife often said. "But we shouldn't even have to have this conversation," they all agreed, displaying apologetic pause. "I'm sure there are white and Asian and Hispanic contractors and businesses that do just as poor a job. Come on, you can't tell me that every store on the Mag Mile has been polite. In fact, some places, or rather people, act like they don't want our business. But yet we spend our money on these labels that don't care about us, and some don't even respect us in our face in their advertising. Why don't we paint them all with one brush? What about Arab stores and Mexican restaurants and Asian nail shops that have dissed us? We still go. We just find another one that treats us better and continue to spend our money with them, don't we?" Tell me what you think. Share the video, like the video, subscribe. Have a wonderful and blessed day.